John and Maria were a devout Christian couple living in the American heartland. Their lives were deeply intertwined with their faith, and they found immense joy and solace in their spiritual journey together. It was 1988, a time when community and faith played pivotal roles in the lives of many. For John and Maria, their faith was the bedrock of their existence, guiding their decisions and shaping their daily routines. Every Sunday, without fail, they attended services at their local church. The church was more than just a building to them, it was a sanctuary, a place where they felt a profound connection to God and their community. They sang hymns with gusto, their voices blending with those of their fellow congregants, creating a harmonious symphony of praise. Pastor Thompson's sermons were a source of inspiration, offering wisdom and guidance that resonated deeply with them. John, with his calm demeanor and patient nature, taught Sunday school, imparting biblical lessons to eager young minds. Maria, with her nurturing spirit, volunteered at the church's soup kitchen, serving meals to those in need and offering a kind word to everyone she met. Their faith was a source of comfort and joy, a beacon of hope in times of uncertainty. They found strength in their prayers and solace in their shared beliefs, knowing that they were never alone in their journey. John worked as a carpenter, his calloused hands crafting beautiful furniture that was both functional and artistic. Each piece he created was a testament to his skill and dedication, and he took great pride in his work. Maria was a schoolteacher, her gentle nature nurturing young minds and fostering a love of learning. She believed in the potential of every child and worked tirelessly to help them achieve their best. They were known in their community as a kind and loving couple, always ready to lend a helping hand. Whether it was assisting a neighbor with a home repair or volunteering at local events, John and Maria were always there, embodying the spirit of generosity and compassion. Their home was a warm and welcoming place, filled with the aroma of freshly baked bread and the sound of gospel music. It was a haven of peace and love, where friends and family were always greeted with open arms and open hearts. They believed in the power of prayer and trusted in God's plan for their lives. Every evening, they would kneel together, their hands clasped in prayer, seeking guidance and giving thanks for the blessings they had received. Their faith was simple but strong, rooted in the teachings of the Bible and the love of Jesus Christ. They participated in Bible study groups, seeking to deepen their understanding and strengthen their spiritual foundation. They looked forward to the day they could share that faith with a child of their own. They dreamed of the pitter-patter of tiny feet, the laughter of a child, and the joy of nurturing a new life. They prepared a nursery, filled with love and anticipation, hoping and praying for the blessing of a child. John and Maria cherished the simple moments in life. They enjoyed long walks through the park, hand in hand, sharing their dreams and aspirations. Picnics under the shade of an old oak tree, watching the sunset paint the sky in hues of orange and pink, were their favorite pastimes. They were active participants in their community, attending local fairs and festivals, dancing to the lively tunes of the band, and celebrating the joys of life with their neighbors. Their presence brought warmth and joy to those around them. In the quiet moments, they would read letters from loved ones, write in their journals, and reflect on the blessings they had received. Their love for each other and their faith in God were the cornerstones of their lives, providing them with strength and resilience. They found joy in the simple act of planting a garden, watching the flowers bloom, and the fruits of their labor come to life. It was a reminder of the beauty and abundance that faith and hard work could bring. As the years passed, their love for each other only grew stronger. They celebrated their wedding anniversaries with gratitude, surrounded by family and friends who admired their unwavering commitment to each other and their faith. John and Maria's story is a testament to the power of faith, love, and community. Their lives were a beautiful tapestry woven with threads of devotion, kindness, and hope. They believed that with faith, all things were possible, and their journey together was a shining example of that belief. As the sun set over the American heartland, John and Maria continued to walk hand in hand, their hearts full of hope and their spirits lifted by the promise of a new day. Their faith, unwavering and steadfast, was the light that guided them through life's challenges and triumphs. Together, they faced the future with courage and optimism, knowing that their love and faith would see them through whatever lay ahead. Their story is a reminder that with faith, love, and hope, we can overcome any obstacle and find joy in the journey. John and Maria yearned for a child to complete their family. They had always envisioned a home filled with the laughter and joy of a little one, a child who would bring a new dimension of love and happiness into their lives. The empty crib in the corner of their living room was a constant reminder of their unfulfilled dream. They dreamed of rocking a baby to sleep, of feeling the gentle weight of a tiny body nestled in their arms. The thought of soothing a crying infant, of singing lullabies and watching their baby drift off to sleep, filled their hearts with a tender longing. They envisioned teaching tiny hands to pray, guiding their child in faith and spirituality. The image of a small voice joining theirs in prayer, of a child learning to trust and believe in a higher power, was a cherished hope. They imagined sharing their love for God with a child of their own. They saw themselves attending church services as a family, their child sitting between them, absorbing the teachings and the sense of community. They longed to pass on their values and beliefs, to nurture a new life in the ways of faith. Every Sunday, they prayed for a child, their hearts filled with longing. Their prayers were earnest and heartfelt, a plea for the blessing of parenthood. They knelt together, hands clasped, voices united in a single, fervent request. Years passed, and their prayers seemed to go unanswered. The days turned into months, and the months into years, each one marked by the absence of the child they so deeply desired. The passage of time weighed heavily on them, each tick of the clock a reminder of their unfulfilled dream. Doubt began to creep into their hearts. Was God listening? They questioned their faith, wondering if their prayers were falling on deaf ears. The uncertainty gnawed at them, casting a shadow over their hope. Did He have other plans for them? They pondered the possibility that their path might be different from what they had envisioned. The thought was both frightening and humbling, a test of their trust and faith. Maria cried silent tears, her heart heavy with disappointment. The ache of unfulfilled longing was a constant companion, a quiet sorrow that lingered in the background of her daily life. She often found herself staring out of the window, lost in thoughts of what might have been. John held her close, whispering words of comfort and hope. He tried to be her rock, offering solace and reassurance even as he grappled with his own feelings of sadness and frustration. Their love for each other was a source of strength, a beacon of light in their darkest moments. Despite their sadness, they never lost faith. They clung to the belief that their prayers would be answered in God's perfect timing. Their resolve was unwavering, their hope a steady flame that refused to be extinguished. They continued to pray, trusting that God's timing was perfect. Each prayer was an act of faith, a testament to their enduring hope. They lit candles in church, symbols of their unwavering belief in the possibility of a miracle. They found solace in their community, in the love and support of their church family. Their friends and fellow congregants offered words of encouragement and understanding, a network of care that helped to buoy their spirits. And they held on to the belief that one day their prayers would be answered. They walked hand in hand through the park, their hearts filled with a quiet hope. They knew that their journey was not over, that the story of their longing was still being written. And in that belief, they found the strength to keep going, to keep hoping, and to keep praying for the child they so deeply desired. One spring morning, Maria woke with a feeling of excitement. The sun's rays filtered through the curtains, casting a warm glow over her room. She felt a flutter of anticipation in her heart, a sensation she hadn't experienced in a long time. A home pregnancy test confirmed her suspicions. She was expecting. The 2 pink lines were a beacon of hope, a promise of new beginnings. Maria's heart raced as she held the test in her trembling hands, her mind racing with thoughts of the future. Joy flooded their hearts, washing away the years of doubt and uncertainty. They had faced many challenges on their journey to parenthood, but this moment made it all worthwhile. The couple embraced, their hearts beating in unison, their dreams finally within reach. They embraced, tears of happiness streaming down their faces. Each tear was a testament to their resilience, their unwavering faith, and their deep love for each other. They had weathered the storm together, and now they stood on the brink of a new adventure. This was the miracle they had been praying for. Every night, they had knelt together, hands clasped, whispering their hopes and dreams into the quiet. Now, those prayers had been answered in the most beautiful way imaginable. The months that followed were filled with anticipation. Maria and John immersed themselves in preparations, their hearts swelling with each new discovery. They marveled at the tiny clothes, the soft blankets, and the myriad of baby items that filled their home. They decorated the nursery in soft pastels, bought tiny clothes, and filled the room with love and hope. Each brushstroke of paint, each carefully chosen decoration was a promise to their unborn child, a promise of a warm, loving home. They read every parenting book they could find, eager to learn and prepare for the journey ahead. They spent countless evenings on the couch, discussing their hopes and fears, their dreams and plans for their growing family. John built a beautiful crib with his own hands. His love for his unborn child poured into every detail. Each piece of wood, each screw and nail, was a labor of love, a tangible expression of his excitement and dedication. Maria's belly grew rounder, and with each kick, their excitement grew. They would sit together, hands on her belly, feeling the tiny movements and imagining the life they were about to welcome. The anticipation was almost palpable, a constant undercurrent of joy and excitement. Finally, the day arrived. Little Michael was born, a healthy baby boy with his father's eyes and his mother's smile. The moment they saw him, their hearts swelled with a love so profound, it took their breath away. Holding their son for the first time, John and Maria felt a love so profound, so overwhelming, that it brought them to their knees in gratitude. They marveled at his tiny fingers and toes, his soft skin, and the way he fit so perfectly into their arms. Their prayers had been answered, and their lives were forever changed. They knew that the journey ahead would be filled with challenges and joys, but they were ready to face it together, as a family. The arrival of little Michael was not just the end of a long journey, but the beginning.
John, Maria, and Michael were pillars of their community. Their faith was unwavering. They found comfort in rituals and traditions, but a seed of doubt began to grow. It started subtly with a passage from Scripture, then a historical discrepancy. These inconsistencies gnawed at their hearts. They yearned for a deeper understanding.
Our faith has always been our strength, but now it's becoming a source of questioning.
We feel a pull towards something more, something truer.
They knew they could no longer ignore this internal tug. It was time to embark on a journey of rediscovery. John, Maria, and Michael began to explore. They wandered through aisles filled with stories and knowledge, their curiosity piqued by the vast array of books. Each book they picked up seemed to whisper secrets of worlds unknown, inviting them to delve deeper. They read books outside their tradition. They found themselves drawn to texts that spoke of different cultures, beliefs, and philosophies. The more they read, the more they realized how much there was to learn beyond their own experiences. They engaged in dialogues with people of different faiths. They discovered new perspectives. These conversations were eye-opening, filled with moments of revelation and understanding. They began to see the world through a broader lens, appreciating the diversity of thought and belief. These whispers of change challenged their long-held beliefs. They found themselves questioning the very foundations of their faith, wondering if there was more to the world than they had ever imagined. It was a time of introspection and reflection as they grappled with new ideas and concepts.
Mom, Dad, why are we reading these new books? Michael's innocent question hung in the air, a reflection of the curiosity and confusion that came with their journey.
We're trying to understand, Michael. We're searching for answers. Maria's voice was gentle but firm, conveying the importance of their quest for knowledge and understanding.
Their friends and family noticed a shift. There were hushed conversations. Whispers of change spread through their community as others began to notice the transformation in John, Maria, and Michael. Concerned glances exchanged across dinner tables. Change can be unsettling. The uncertainty of their journey was palpable as they navigated the delicate balance between tradition and new understanding, especially when it challenges the very foundation of a community. The whispers of change echoed through their church, their community gatherings, and their hearts as they faced the unknown together.
Yet we feel a sense of liberation. The journey, though challenging, brought with it a newfound freedom. They felt lighter, as if a weight had been lifted from their shoulders. We're breaking free from the confines of dogma. The chains of rigid beliefs were falling away, replaced by a sense of openness and possibility. Our faith is becoming a fluid journey. It was no longer about adhering to strict doctrines, but about exploring and growing.
Their faith was no longer a rigid structure. It was evolving, becoming something more personal and meaningful. It was becoming a fluid journey, a journey that embraced change, celebrated diversity, and welcomed the unknown with open arms. The weight of tradition was heavy. Their community thrived on shared beliefs. Stepping outside those beliefs felt like a betrayal. John, Maria, and Michael understood this sentiment. They too cherished their community. They valued the bonds of faith and friendship.
But we also recognize the importance of personal truth.
This internal conflict creates a deep sense of unease. How can we reconcile our evolving beliefs with the expectations of our community?
Could they find a way to honor both? These questions weighed heavily on their minds. They knew their decision would have far-reaching consequences. Pastor James had been their shepherd for years. He had walked with them through the highs and lows of life, always offering a steady hand and a compassionate heart. He was a man of deep conviction and unwavering faith. His dedication to his faith was evident in every sermon he preached, every prayer he offered, and every act of kindness he performed. He had baptized their children, shared their joys, and comforted them in sorrow. His presence was a constant source of strength and comfort, a beacon of hope in times of despair. He was more than their pastor, he was their friend. He knew their stories, their struggles, and their dreams. He was a part of their lives in a way that few others could be.
John, Maria, Michael, what's troubling you? His voice was gentle, filled with concern and empathy.
Pastor, we've been struggling. The words hung heavy in the air, a reflection of the turmoil in their hearts. Our beliefs are evolving, and we don't know what to do. The uncertainty in their voices was palpable, a testament to the inner conflict they were experiencing.
We need guidance. The plea was earnest, a cry for help from those who felt lost and adrift. We don't want to lose our community, but we can't ignore our hearts. The tension between their loyalty to the community and their personal convictions was evident.
Pastor James listened intently, his face etched with concern. He could feel the weight of their words, the depth of their struggle. He had dedicated his life to guiding his flock. Every decision he made, every piece of advice he gave, was rooted in his desire to lead them towards a path of righteousness. The thought of them straying from the path filled him with a profound sense of loss. It was a fear that gnawed at him, a worry that he couldn't easily shake off. He grappled with his own beliefs, his understanding of faith shaken to its core. The questions they raised were not just theirs, they were his as well.
I've always believed in guiding you, but this is difficult for me too. His voice wavered, revealing the depth of his own internal struggle.
He grappled with his own beliefs, his understanding of faith shaken to its core. The journey ahead was uncertain, but he knew that together they would find a way through the darkness. In the end, it was their shared faith and commitment to one another that would guide them. Pastor James knew that the answers they sought would not come easily, but with patience, love, and understanding, they would find their way. And so, with a renewed sense of purpose, Pastor James and his congregation faced the future together, ready to navigate the challenges ahead with faith and unity. News of John, Maria, and Michael's transition spread like wildfire.
Some of us offered support, recognizing their courage to follow their hearts.
But others reacted with anger and judgment.
The once unified community found itself divided.
Lines were drawn, whispers turned into accusations.
The bonds of faith, once unbreakable, began to fray.
John, Maria, and Michael found themselves caught in the crossfire.
Why are they calling us heretics, Mama?
They don't understand, Michael. They question our intentions.
The pain of rejection is palpable. We had anticipated this reaction, yet nothing could have fully prepared us for the emotional toll.
The community, once a source of strength and unity, now stood divided. Despite the backlash, John, Maria, and Michael found solace in their newfound truth.
We had embarked on this journey seeking a deeper connection with the divine.
And in our search, we discovered a strength we never knew we possessed.
They learned to lean on each other for support. Their shared journey created an unbreakable bond.
We found comfort in knowing we were not alone in our quest for spiritual authenticity.
Their faith, once rooted in dogma, was now grounded in personal experience. They had faced their doubts head-on and emerged stronger, their spirits ignited with a newfound sense of purpose. The decision to leave their community was not made lightly. It was a leap of faith, a step into the unknown.
We knew we were leaving behind a life we had always known, a community that had shaped our identities.
But we also knew we could no longer deny our truth.
To stay would be to live a lie, to betray our own hearts.
And so, with heavy hearts but unwavering resolve, they bid farewell to their past. Their departure marked the end of an era. It left a void in the community, a reminder of the complexities of faith and the courage it takes to forge one's own path. John, Maria, and Michael found solace in a new community, a community that embraced their journey, their questions, and their evolving beliefs.
It was here, in this space of acceptance and understanding, that the miracle unfolded.
It wasn't a blinding flash of light or a parting of the seas.
It was a quiet revelation, a profound sense of peace that washed over them. They had found their tribe, their spiritual home.
The pain of rejection began to fade, replaced by a deep sense of belonging.
They had finally found a place where their faith was not a source of division, but a bridge that connected them to something greater than themselves. The journey of faith is rarely linear. It is a path that meanders through the dense forests of our doubts and the winding rivers of our uncertainties. Each step we take, whether uphill or down, brings us closer to understanding ourselves and the world around us. It is filled with twists and turns, moments of doubt and moments of profound clarity. At times, we find ourselves standing at crossroads, unsure of which direction to take. These moments of contemplation are crucial, for they allow us to reflect deeply on our beliefs and values.
Our story is a testament to the transformative power of seeking truth. Through journaling our thoughts, sharing our experiences with others, and offering support to those around us, we discover the strength and resilience within ourselves. This journey is not just about finding answers, but about embracing the questions that lead us to growth.
Our transition was not a rejection of faith, but an embrace of its true essence. By delving into spiritual texts, participating in rituals, and joining in communal prayers, we found a deeper connection to our faith. It was about peeling back the layers to reveal the core of what truly matters.
It was a journey towards peace, a journey that led them back to themselves. In moments of quiet meditation by a serene lake, or in the simple act of walking hand in hand with a loved one, we found solace. Reflecting on our own image in the still waters, we saw the person we were always meant to be.
Our story serves as a beacon of hope for anyone who has ever grappled with their beliefs. Like a lighthouse guiding ships through the darkest nights, our experiences illuminate the path for others. Gathered around the dinner table with family or in a support circle with friends, we share our stories to inspire and uplift.
It reminds us that faith is not about blind adherence, but about courageous exploration. Walking through dense forests, hiking up challenging mountain paths, or exploring the unfamiliar streets of a new city, we learn that faith is a journey of discovery. It is about venturing into the unknown with an open heart and mind. It is about honoring the whispers of our hearts and trusting that the journey, however challenging, will ultimately lead us to a place of peace. By listening to our inner voice, watching the sun set on another day, and holding the compass that guides us, we find our way. The journey may be long and arduous, but it is one that brings us closer to the